Hot Toys just released the Bat Nipples. Yes, Batman and Robin just released from the movie Batman and Robin, and they both are rocking their suits with the Bat Nipples right now. And honestly, I don't really hate the look of these suits. They look pretty good. Are they ones that I need? Probably not, but I kind of like this. You can see the abs are very well defined on both of them, and Batman looks good, Robin looks good, and yeah, now that they're released, we have a bunch of blogger photos to look at, so let's get right into it. And starting off, we got to do a little recap. Let's look at everything Batman comes with. We'll look at everything for Batman first, and then Robin, and then kind of mix them up a little bit. But yeah, you get interchangeable lower faces. So they all look pretty good, pretty accurate to the movie. We'll do a comparison coming up. You get the separate rolling eyeballs, and I love the kind of black eye makeup. This suit, honestly, I know it's from like a goofier movie, and Batman Forever and Batman and Robin weren't super well received, but the suit, it looks pretty good. The Bat Nipples, it's tough to kind of not stare at them. They're kind of just right there, but at this point they're iconic. The Bat Nipples are just, yeah, they just become iconic. But you get a bunch of Bat gadgets, and yes, I have to laugh. The Bat credit card, 6 scale Bat credit card, he had to come with it, and it's goofy, and I kind of love it. It's so cool. He gets a bunch of different gadgets, you know, like batarangs, Bradley grappling hooks. I think he gets his like defroster. He gets like little bat saws, stuff like that. Bat boots, the bat base. The bat base actually looks pretty cool here. It's red with like the bat symbol in the middle. I don't have a figure in yet with this type of base. I know some other figures are coming out with this type of like rectangle larger base. So I'm curious how it's going to fit like space wise and stuff. And also the crotch grabber looks like it fits on the back differently. So it's going to be interesting when people get it in hand to see how they kind of like this style. But yeah, I'm curious about it. It looks pretty cool. And then he gets a bunch of bat hands and yeah, screen accurate weapons, which yeah, you can see that little piece there for like his defroster thingy. But yeah, I think he looks pretty good. The cape looks pretty nice. Of course, a lot of people like getting custom Batman capes. I'm sure some people would do that, but the material looks pretty good here. Of course, in hand, it's always hit or miss on the capes, but the suit, it looks nice. It looks kind of like the, I don't know if you can see him behind me, the blue and gray suit Keaton Batman I got in recently. Kind of looks like that material, and that material is actually pretty nice, but I will say it creases a lot. Like it's going to have a lot of crease marks. So to me, just looking at this suit, kind of the look of it, it looks like it's going to probably crease quite a bit, but I really like the cowl on it. I like how this looks. Then here, you can just see his little bat razor thing in a bobber. Yeah. And then you see here the comparison. So of course, this photo here on the right, he looks a bit like bluer because of the lighting and stuff. But yeah, what do you guys think? I think it came out looking pretty phenomenal, pretty accurate and everything. And yes, the Bat Nipples, they kind of nailed that. And then right here, he's holding that like kind of thermal thing in a bob. And then yeah, just Batman and Robin up top. The blogger photos here are pretty cool as well. There's a bunch of them. I always encourage you guys to go take a look at all of them because I just kind of take a select few and then we kind of look through them because if we looked at all of them, we'd be here all day. But yeah, just the creasing though, you can see it kind of creases up when he moves his arm up. See some wrinkling here. I do think that's one thing you guys need to know is just that this suit, just in my experience with the other Batman figure, the blue and gray suit, just how it looks, it'll probably crease quite a bit if you pose them like this, but I'm gonna keep an eye out as we look through all these to see if I see any creases. But the blogger photo so far, I don't see too many major creases, but then again, his arm's already bent, not bent and then unbent, so we'll have to see. But like I was saying, I love the symbol in the middle, the abs, it looks really cool. He's holding his other bat gadgets. He's got like little batarang, little grappling hook thing. It's been a long time since I've seen this movie, to be honest, so yeah, you'll have to catch me up on exactly what each bat gadget does, but we just took a picture of him holding each one, and they all look like they're pretty sculpted pretty well. I mean, it's got the red, and then of course the silver, and it looks really good. And then here, you know, the iconic scene was the bat credit card. What was it? Was it Visa or something? I can't remember it. You see it like right there, but the bat credit card, that 7 million. It's funny, I want to rewatch this movie now just to see the Bat credit card scene, because that one, that's what I feel like a lot of people remember from this movie, just the Bat credit card. But yeah, you see the suit has a little bit of dust on it from these blogger photos. Yeah, unless that's, no, that's not my screen. So yeah, there looks like there's some dust on the actual Bat suit, just a little bit. So of course it's blogger photos, but it looks like it might attract dust pretty easily, or they just didn't dust it between takes or something. But yeah, and then here's just kind of like a close-up. So his bat blades on the gauntlets look pretty good. They're not as sharp as some other bat suits, but it's obviously accurate and it looks decent, but I kind of like the other suits better, to be honest. And then here, yes, the bat nipples. My gosh. Yeah, the bat nipples. It's just iconic. It just goes too well with it. And then here, all his weapons laid out on the base, they all look really good. Like the sculpt work, the kind of silvery chrome paint. I like it. They kind of stand out too. They look like, if anything, this movie had like a feel to it, you know, had that kind of like goofy, like comic-ish, like cartoonish type thing. And then also it, like all his weapons have like the red and they look kind of futuristic. Like there was a vibe to these movies, even though they weren't as well received. You gotta admit there's a pretty cool vibe to them. And then here's Robin, of course. Well, let's just do the recap with him real quick. He gets his separaling eyeballs, some other gadgets and stuff. Of course, his are more red with some silver, so similar to Batman's, but a lot more red than the silver. And of course, he has some boots. The same exact base, it looks like, except it says Robin on the front. And then, of course, a bunch of hands. So he, honestly, I really like this suit. It looks really cool as the red, like for the Robin symbol. And then, of course, it's like the abs well defined, the nipples. Like, yeah, like for me, I don't think these are suits I need. I love collecting Batman figures, but this Batman figure, I don't know if it's one I need, but the Robin looks cool. I do like the head sculpt. The hair actually looks really good. Even though it's sculpted and kind of flat, it looks accurate to me. And of course, we can do the comparison right here. And yeah, it looks pretty good. The one thing I will say, which I think some other people called out, the cape on the inside, it's supposed to be a little reddish, and they kind of miss that. So Hot Toys, they kind of miss the cape being red on the inside, which is unfortunate, but yeah. So if you're really into accuracy, then they messed up on the cape. But then again, I know some people like getting like third-party aftermarket capes anyway. But at the same time, Hot Toys, they should have done their due diligence and actually gave us the proper cape. But the suit-wise, it looks good. It looks pretty accurate, even though this image is kind of not as vibrant as how the suit actually looks. But yeah, it's just an image I pulled online. But here, you can actually see they made from Batman Forever the other Robin suit, the kind of red and green one, which, to be honest, I kind of like this look more because it's more iconic to Robin, those colors. But I know the Batman and Robin suit looks cool too, but I do like this one a lot. There's just something about it. Of course, it's a little older, so the head sculpt and stuff doesn't look as good as this new one, but I think it looks good. So which one do you guys like more, the Batman and Forever suit or the Batman and Robin suit? Like I said, I'm leaning a bit more towards Batman Forever, but then again, I don't think I'm picking up either of these. But yeah, you have options. And the Robin, I think, is still available. Like, he might have been overproduced or something. I think he's still available on Sideshow. And then, yeah, I just did like a close-up of the head sculpt so you can actually see like the improvements they made for this one over this one. But then again, these are like the product photos, so before it came out, so it could have been improved. But at the same time, yeah, the new one, the head sculpt looks much better. So I wonder, maybe you could take this head sculpt if you really like it and put it on this suit, but then the eyes might not be compatible, because I know it looks like you take the eyepiece off to move the eyeballs and stuff. And then this one, I don't know if it has rolling eyeballs, but either way, you can probably swap the head sculpts, whatever you want to do. If you want this one to look better, or this one, or whatever you want. But yeah, you can also see he has some bat nipples on this suit, but I kind of like both. They look pretty good. And then here we just have another kind of close-up picture of him looking cool. I love the spikes for the arms. He actually gets like kind of the bat gauntlets, the classic ones. I like his look a little bit more than the Batman's on this suit. He has his weapons. I believe this is just one of his batarangs. Here he gets his thermal kind of blaster looking thing, and man, yeah, just seeing him here, I don't know why, caught me off guard. I was like, dang, this suit actually does look really cool. And then here he's got his, I guess, bat stabby hand things. Makes sense. Here's some bat slapping things, you know, some smack 'em. Or would it be robberangs? I don't know. We'll just go with batarangs. And here, you know, 5 million or crisp high five, whichever you want to go for. And yeah, his suit, like I was saying, I like the gauntlets a lot on it. The nipples. I don't know how many times I've said nipples now. If you guys count, just let me know in the comments. But yeah, his base, like I said, looks basically the same as the other Batmans, but his gadgets look a little bit different. They're a little bit more red than silver as compared to Batman's. And together, what do you guys think? I think they look really good together. The suits really kind of blend, like mesh well, because the whole, like the abs, the whole muscle definition looks really good. The material wise, like I said, I assume it's probably going to crease if you pose his arms and put him back, because if the material is what I think it's going to be, similar to that blue and gray suit Keaton Batman, then it's probably gonna crease, but just look at them next to each other. They look really good. Robin has like the shorter cape. The bases, they're literally the same, except of course the names, they look the same. And honestly, I didn't realize that the base, actually the symbol on it is raised, which is actually kind of cool. Kind of like that. I know Nice Pool from Deadpool and Wolverine is also going to be getting this type of base. So interesting. I wonder if his is raised as well. But of course, it's like Deadpool. It's like the gold, the colors and stuff. So it's not the same as Batman, obviously. But yeah, it's interesting to see. So I kind of like how these look. Not ones that I need, but what do you guys think? Are you getting the bat nipples? Do you need the bat nipples in your collection to walk in and see every time? But yeah, if you enjoyed the video, give it a like. And until next time, stay 6 scale.